Hello everyone, Vanilla here. Today we are doing a video that a lot of people have suggested and stuff in the past, as well as something I've been wanting to do for a while. We are going to be doing tips and tricks on how to save your money. We're not going to be covering how to earn money in this video. That'll be coming later this week. Or earlier. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm going to try to recover everything that I can possibly that I know off the top of my head. I don't have notes for this video. This is just things that personally have worked for me. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you guys is rope. So I know personally I make a lot of lassos, and you can buy rope for 50 coins. However, if you do not want to spend that money, there is another way to get rope. So most people know that items can spawn along the edge of the beach. One of those items is rope. Rope can spawn in any of these beach spawns. So you can run around the islands on the edges of the beach, and you have a chance to find rope. There's also some other items, such as leather and fabric. I'm not getting very lucky right now, but you can also just pick everything up so it can respawn. You can also get pots of gold, seashells, and everything else. So sometimes it's nice to just run around and collect the stuff and get some extra stuff that you might need in the future. Alright, as you can see here is a piece of leather that's sticking out of the sand. The leather is pretty easy to see. I'm not having any luck finding the others. I will see if I can find them though. Alright, I found some fabric here on Forest. It is similar to the leather, but it's a little bit harder to see. Alright, I finally found some rope. Here is a piece of rope right here. It's a little bit hard to see from far away, but it does stick out of the sand so you can see it. However, this isn't super reliable if you're trying to get a ton of rope or a ton of leather or fabric or anything. However, if you just need a few lassos, I'd recommend doing this, especially if you're newer to the game and you don't have a lot of coins. It's a nice way to get a little extra resources while also getting some stuff you can sell. Okay, another one. This is pretty simple and pretty understandable. I really recommend not purchasing any of the horses from the horse stalls here. You can usually get horses in the wild that are just as good. However, those are always very expensive. However, if you do really want to buy horses, I suggest buying the full versions of them instead that are found on mainland. If you come in here, you can also see there's also some good horses that are also a lot cheaper than the grown horses, and they don't take too long to grow up. Another tip, this one isn't free to play, sadly. However, this will save you a lot of money in the long run if you have the money for it. So if you go to Game Passes, there is a free travel Game Pass. I already own it. Essentially what this does is every time you use the boat, it makes it completely free. You don't ever have to pay any coins to travel. That will save you a lot of money in the long run, especially if you are running through all the islands a lot to try to catch horses. Another thing that I don't ever see people talk about is some of the accessories. So you can, in fact, craft saddle pads and polo wraps. However, they can also be sold at Abby's. If you talk to Abby, for example, we have a neon orange western saddle pad. And we have pink pearl polo wraps. The polo wraps are a little expensive, so is the saddle pad. However, you can also get everything you need, resources-wise, for free, and make them yourself if you just have a little patience. If I go to polo wraps, I can go to color, and any color that isn't a pattern you can craft. Some of the things you need specific items for that you can no longer get. However, most of them you can get. So like here, pink pearl. And then I could make them 100% for free because I already collected all these resources. However, this doesn't work for all accessories. A lot of them, like the ribbons and bows and crowns, cannot be crafted, but polo wraps and saddle pads can. So if you're trying to get a nice saddle pad of just a normal plain color without patterns, I recommend just getting the resources to craft it instead. It will save you some money. Another thing I recommend doing is also related to buying horses. Do not buy rare coat horses. The reason I say this is a lot of the time it will not be worth it. If you're trying to get a specific, really hard to get coat, like some of the rare Arabians or the rare Pertrons and so on, that is understandable, that is reasonable. But if you're trying to get a white quarter horse or blue roan quarter horse or any of like the lower tier rares, They are not that hard to catch, especially Mustangs. If you are looking for rare Mustangs, do not buy them in the shop when they are in the shop. Just go catch them. They're so easy to find. Alright, the next one is a pretty widely known one. However, I will still list it anyways for those who do not know. We now have Training Island, and Training Island is a great way to save money. If you head over to Training Island, you will arrive on the dock, and you can head up here. You can go to both the indoor arena, the outdoor arena, and there's a bunch of other activities. You can train your horse's stats up 100% for free without having to spend a single dime or penny on asking Steven to train your horse. So if you want to train your horse for free, you can come and do it on Training Island. However, if you do not have the patience, of course you can still buy it from Steven. However, it is very expensive. One other thing that is something notable, I would say, personally, do not purchase any seeds from the farmer. However, there is one seed I do recommend, which is carrots. They have pretty good profit and do not take that long. All the other ones aren't really super worth it in my opinion, but if you want to grow crops, go for carrots other than the other ones. Our last tip is also going to be related to lassos. As you can see, I have a lot of lassos down at the bottom. A lot of these were gifts, however, I got, at one point, had 500 completely of my own that I grinded for. You do not ever have to spend any money on making lassos if you spend enough time in the game. If you want a big mass of lassos for a really good price, which is free, all you have to do is unlock Royal Island. You might be asking, why specifically Royal Island? Well, clear quartz crystals do 7 damage as lassos. They spawn extremely frequently on Royal, and all these spots for mining are very easy to access and very easy to route. So if you come right here, here's another small chunk. You can hit this. And then if you head over this way, here is one of the big mines right here. There is almost every ore on the island in 2 specific spots. One of them is right here, which as you can see has lots of ore spawns, and there's 2 more crystals right there. There's also a couple ores up top up there, but if you are not also hunting horses, it really is not very worth it to go up there. Ores can also spawn down in this cave, though I personally don't go down there as it's kind of a waste of time for me. No ores really spawn on that island, so there's no need to go there. But if you head down here, the quarry is over here. There's also some spawns right there as well. But over this way is the quarry. The quarry is by far one of the best places to grind for resources. So if we go down here, which you can also just jump down, you do not have to go down the path. There is a lot of resources here. There is a bunch of crystals. There's some up there, down there, right there, more there, and there's more in here, which you can also access by using the faulty fireworks from Toby's quest on mainland. And in here, there is also a bunch more ores. So what I suggest doing is, if you are in a public server, I suggest mining everything over at the mine, so this location that we were at before, then heading through, grabbing any ores you see on your way, go to the quarry, mine everything in the quarry, and then head back up. I'm going to show you guys where you can go when you go back up to get even extra. Also, there is one that spawns right here that you can grab as well, but it's not necessary. Alright, so once you get out of the quarry, what you want to do is you want to go up to this little plateau area, kind of right here. And if you see these 2 houses, this is your landmark. You want to go right here. Something spawns right there. And then there's some resources you can grab. There's 2 more ore spawns right here. And then on the way down, there is one right here. And then you can sell the extra stuff you don't want that you grabbed to Larry, or you can just loop back around and do it again. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on grinding on Royal Island, I do have an old video about my personal grind route. I will make an updated one at some point soon. However, I got all videos planned already this week, so that will probably come the week after if I do it. That'll be basically everything, though. If this has helped you save any money, please do let me know. And if I missed anything, leave it in the comments so you can help some other people out as well. I hope you all have a great day and night. I will see you all later. Bye, guys.